It's not enough just to have a pretty voice. It's not enough to have a great studio sound to your voice. You've got to be able to act. You've got to be able to tell the story with your face, with your eyes. You have to know how to act a song. It's a difficult skill to master. So many of you are thinking about, well, I've done all the work of finding the songs. I've got the cuts. Now I just need to sing it and then I'll be ready to go. No. Now it's time for the gritty, hard work of sitting down with the lyrics and to figure out how do we act a song. Okay, first things first, when prepping your audition book, you want to make sure that you're prepping the entire song. There's no shortcuts here. You cannot just prep your 32-bar cut or your 16-bar cut and call it a day. Nah, you really have to start this process of learning the material by learning the entire song. And for us, we've chosen 20 songs in our new audition book, so we've got to map it out. Plan it out for the next 3 months of how you're going to prep each one of these songs, and you need to know the entire song. Why, you ask? Well, because every song in your book, your cut, when you go to an audition and perform, it's understood that you know the whole song. By prepping the entire song and not just the 32-bar cut or 16-bar cut, by prepping the entire song, you're going to better know the arc of the song, the acting beats of the song, and you're going to be able to give a stronger audition, even if you're just doing a 16-bar cut or a 32-bar cut version. So let's talk about how to prep these songs as far as the acting is concerned. Okay, so good actors ask questions, right? We want to know what's going on in the scene. We want to know who you are, why you're there, what you want, okay? So as you look at your audition song, I want you to start asking these questions. First, let's take, for me, I'm going to prep Heaven's Light from Hunchback of Notre Dame. I want to ask, who am I? So I ask myself, who am I? In this song, I'm Quasimodo. I live in a bell tower. I have a hunchback. People make fun of me. I've had a tough life. I ask myself a bunch of questions about how that feels, and then I think about my own life, what happened in my own life that I can relate to, and then I start to plug in some of my own life experiences with what Quasimodo's life experiences might have been, and then I start to relate, and then as the song goes through, I now am thinking of things that happened in my own life. Instead of just the lyrics on the page, I'm kind of relating that to my own life so that I have some sort of real feeling about how I'm feeling in those lyrics. So real quick, let me give you some questions to ask yourself on these songs. What does a good actor do? A good actor is able to ask questions about the script or the lyrics in this case for your audition book. You want to ask questions and just figure out what is going on. What does the actor first of all, who are you? Who is singing this song? What was their upbringing like? What brought them to this point today where they are singing this song? What are the circumstances around them? What is the environment like? Where are they at? Are you in a room? Are you outside? What are the smells? Is it dark? Is it damp? Is it raining? Is it scary? Are you in a place that you've never been before? What got you to this point? What is the conflict of the scene? What are you searching for? What's stopping you from getting what you want? Who is your antagonist? Is it an event? Is it your own anxiety? Is it a fear of something? Is it an actual antagonist? Is there your brother who is stopping you from getting something, or your arch enemy who is actually physically in your way that you have to get past? Is it some kind of mental block that you're battling through and questioning yourself that you have to conquer? Good scenes have conflict, right? If I'm writing a scene, I want to have as much conflict as I can, whether it's a physical conflict, a mental conflict, an emotional conflict, a spiritual conflict. You want to find the conflict in your song and figure out what that is, pinpoint it, so that you know what you're trying to get from the scene. What I want you to do on each and every song that you've chosen to be in your book, even if it's a pop song or a rock song, work through the lyrics. Take your pencil out, type out the lyrics, and question what each line is, what each line is doing, who you are, where you are, what changes. Maybe in the bridge, something changes in you. You have an idea, a thought. We need to be able to, as the casting table, we need to be able to see these thoughts percolating in your mind, for you to have the thought and to then change for something new to be seen. By doing all the work of questioning your environment, for instance, and who's in the scene with you, in your audition, you should be placing that environment. You should be present in the cave. Let's say it's in the cave and it's dripping and it's wet. We should feel that you're actually there, that it feels enclosed. If you're singing to someone, they should be there in the room in your mind. So you should see them and you should sing to them and you should fight against them. And they should stay in one spot. Don't make them move and don't make it ambiguous. I'm singing to the world, la. No, keep your eyes focused. Know what's in the room. Know who you're fighting against. You've got to work through every detail of these lyrics so you know exactly what the beats are. Where's the light bulb moment? You're singing about one thing and then, oh, if only I did this, if this happened. That normally happens in the bridge, by the way. The bridge kind of takes you somewhere else. And now you're somewhere else. If I do this and this and this could happen. And I could do this, and that changes how your how your face looks. Maybe you light up, or maybe you get tragic and you get sad about something. All of those questions have to be answered. Do not just sing la 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 and say, I'm going to sing loud and now I'm going to sing soft. You cannot plan the articulations, the phrasing, the dynamics first. That has to come after doing the acting work. That's what I do as a music director. A good music director will study the script just like an actor or a director does. They will understand the beats of the scene, the conflict of the scene, who is battling what is going on from a writer's perspective. And that informs good music direction. I will then decide where the breaths are, the phrasing, whether I'm quiet, whether orchestration is thick, whether I'm being very, very acute in my diction, or I'm being kind of sloppy and lazy. And all of that informs the musicality of your audition. You have to do the acting work first. After you've asked all these questions and you've really prepped the material acting-wise and you know what's happening in the scene, I want you to then think like a music director thinks, and then plan out the dynamics and the shape of your audition. So you may say, because you are just questioning and you're kind of introspective in the beginning of your song, maybe that means that you're soft, that you're singing kind of in your own small room, in your bedroom, for instance. That probably informs that you're singing pretty soft to yourself. But say then you're trying to stop your lover from going into boarding the airplane and leaving this place, and then maybe you're loud and you're really trying to know. So that informs dynamically you need to be loud. So then you're going to put that in the script, in your crescendos, and how your phrasing is, how your cutoffs are. Are you dying down on notes, or are you crescendoing through them because you still have more to say, you have more to conquer, right? Do all the dynamic work after you've figured out the beats of the acting, and then put that in your score, and before you do the 32-bar cut and the 16-bar cut. We're just prepping the whole song at this point. Then we're going to go back and let all of that hard work inform what we're doing on our 32-bar cut or our 16-bar cut. Look, I'm just a music director, so I'm not the greatest at giving you all the acting advice. There are a lot of great resources out there for you, from directors and books on different techniques for studying scripts, analyzing scripts, whether it's from an actor's perspective, a director's perspective, or a writer's perspective. I encourage you to keep doing that hard work of discovering the questions to ask and how to prep these scenes. Just don't skip this step. It is so important that the acting be really, really strong for your musical theater audition. That's part of what makes musical theater the art form it is that it's an acting. You have to be able to act these songs. You can't just sing. There are people that sing great pop songs in the studio, and they can convey a message just through your ears, but in musical theater, you gotta be able to act. So you can't just be a pretty voice. So do the hard work of prepping this material. Now that we've prepped all the beats, we've got all the acting down, we've got written down how that informs the dynamics and the phrasing. It's time to write this stuff down in a way that the accompanist can read it. On part 4 of the series, on our next video, we're going to talk about how to transcribe all of what we talked about today, how to write it down, what it looks like in the score so the accompanist can read it, and then that's it. Then it's on you. We've got a brand new audition book. Start rehearsing that thing every week, and I'm excited to get to see it. Hopefully I'll get to play for you in an audition. If you're here in New York, or if you're somewhere else, let us know how it goes in the comments. If you like this video, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe with the notification bell on so you never miss an episode. All right, break a leg, y'all, and we'll see you real soon.